What's up everyone? My name is Jake, aka Lime Soda, and today I am extremely excited to be watching and reacting to Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood 100% blind, watching for the very first time ever. A little background about myself and what do I know about the series before going into it. Honestly, and this is probably for the better, I do not know much at all about the series. I've never seen the show before. I certainly don't know any spoilers. The only information that I know is apparently Brotherhood is a somewhat reboot of that original series, Full Metal Alchemist, and apparently it's more closely based on the manga than the original. Maybe the original series got ahead of the manga as it was being written. Kind of a GOT scenario with the books, stuff like that. Not too sure. If you want to correct me, feel free to leave a comment below. And then the other crazy thing is that not only have I not seen the show, but I actually haven't seen any anime in general, to be honest. Besides, as a kid, watching those classics like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh!, which are good, of course, but I didn't watch them fully. And they are, of course, a lot lighter in tone, mostly for kids, right? That being said, I have heard great things both about the original Full Metal Alchemist series and Brotherhood. However, I did decide to watch Brotherhood first and instead, just because that's what people seem to recommend whenever you're new to anime. You see those lists online. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is definitely number one. I did just finish watching Avatar: The Last Airbender as well for the first time ever, and it was amazing. So that kind of inspired me to start watching and reacting to this series, as some friends said, hey, it has some similarities. If you liked Avatar, you'll probably like FMA a lot. I do plan on making this series all the way through to the very end. So if you want to show some support by subscribing, that would be awesome. Or just leave a comment below. If you don't want to do any of that, no worries either. And lastly, I'll mention right away, I will be watching the English dub of the show. So if you prefer the OG Japanese with English subtitles, I apologize. However, I feel for me personally, watching in English is going to be the most immersive way and the way that I would prefer. Maybe I can try out subs in the future as we go down the line, if that's something people really feel strong about. I know that's always a debate in the anime community when you're watching these type of shows. After the episode, I'll give some final thoughts and analysis towards the end, as well as any predictions if necessary, so make sure to stick around for that too if you are interested. That being said, I think I'm ready to go. Dude's drawing a circle?
The freezing alchemist. Really? He's here?
We have information that he managed to slip into Central a few days ago. That's why I've summoned you here, Colonel. I need you and your men to smoke him out and bring him in.
Consider it done, sir.
I'm glad you're with us in Central for a while, Mustang. It's good to know I have people here I can count on.
Sir.
One last thing. Our rising young star is here as well. I'm placing him at your disposal.
Forgive me, Führer Bradley, but just to be clear,
Wait,
are you
Führer?
referring to...
I am.
What?
The Full Metal Alchemist, Edward Elric.
Alright, wait, so the Full Metal Alchemist.
Damn it. The Colonel's never gonna let us out of here, is he?
Is this
We
guy?
already bought our tickets for Lior, too. Does this mean we're not going?
I don't know, Al.
Lior.
For now,
See if that
let's
comes
just
out.
get this over with, okay?
Lead the way, brother.
Brothers, okay. Ooh, so I don't know how much of this is going to cut, but the intro theme is now playing. I know they're very iconic for a lot of animes and stuff. Ooh, this is a banger. Hey.
There he goes! That way! You halt! Halt or I'll shoot!
Oh my god. So, looks like the freezing alchemist here. And those guys had guns, so that tells us a lot about like the setting of when the show takes place. It's not like medieval per se. It seems kind of modern.
You of all people should know great deeds require great sacrifice. Isn't that the law of equivalent exchange?
Save your breath. The laws of alchemy don't justify murder.
True that, man. Oh, snap.
No transmutation circle.
Don't be too impressed. Now!
Wait, what? Wait, is that like the blonde hair on the top of that bat?
What? No, I had you! Any water there should have boiled!
If it's any consolation, you did ruin my coat.
I know you. You are the Full Metal Alchemist, Edward Elric.
Hey, episode 1.
Catch.
Oh, okay.
So everyone thinks the guy in the suit is the Full Metal Alchemist, but it's really his brother? Is that correct? And what does that mean to be the Full Metal Alchemist?
You don't have a place to stay, which means you'll have to come with me.
You'll have to come with me, like, no invite. Do you want to come? This dude is fanboying right now. Seems like a good dad, though.
Hands
So
down,
apparently
that's
the
got
guy
to
in
be
the suit
funniest joke
couldn't
I've heard in a
eat the
long, long
food?
time. The freezing alchemist wants me to come play his sidekick. Well, as fun as that sounds, the Crimson Alchemist works alone. I always have.
Kimberly, if we work together, we can bring down Bradley
So this is
and his
Kimberly, the
godforsaken
Crimson
military.
Alchemist,
You saw the
apparently, in
horrors
jail?
that took place in Ishval.
Damn, this guy's freezing everybody. He just pushes them over. Ice. It's like Katara in
Can't sleep?
Avatar.
Miss Gracie's quiche. It looked a lot like Mom's, huh?
Yeah, almost as good, too.
Really? In that case, I'm definitely adding it to the list of things I'm gonna eat once I get my body back.
Right. Put it on
Oh.
there, right near the top.
So I was right. He cannot eat anything, apparently. That's
I sure
weird.
would like to get our old bodies back soon.
Okay, so they're looking for their old bodies. I do see this guy's full of metal, obviously. And Edward is apparently just a little
One more.
metallic.
One more and fewer
So
Bradley
they're looking to
is
get
on
those
his way
bodies
to
back, I
hell.
guess.
If I find him first, he's mine.
Get a medic! Hurry! Report to
I
headquarters.
wonder if
5
that
men dead.
symbol was the same on his
Looks like
glove
steam
as
explosion.
the symbol
Raise
that
the
guy was
temperature of
drawing.
water
Is that like
fast enough, it
the,
expands with the force of a
what they
bomb
call that, the
blast.
transmutation
The human body
circle?
is 70% water. Let's hurry. We have to find him before he hurts anyone else.
That's a good point. If this dude freezes stuff and the body's made of water, you know, can it be like Avatar bloodbending?
Reflexes, Isaac. You alchemist. Alex Louis Armstrong in the flesh.
Ah, shut it!
Look at this dude.
I've always wanted to chop that ego down to size.
Water from his canteen, huh? Thanks for the quick save, Al.
Let's go, Al.
Let's go, he's getting away!
Come then, after me.
Al
Elric
does
brothers.
sound very young. He sounds a bit, you know, prepubescent or whatever. It's totally fine. It's just interesting. I wonder how old he actually is. I mean, the other brother looks to be like a teenager.
It's
I
been a
assume.
long time, Freezer.
Well, Roy Mustang. So the Flame Alchemist came out to play.
You can make this easy on both of us. I'd rather not fight an old
so
war buddy.
Mustang,
War buddy. Please
Flame
don't flatter
Alchemist.
yourself.
Is that like a
I knew no
firebender? Sorry,
friends in
I'll
Ishval.
stop with these
Only
Avatar
military bastards and their damn dogs.
references. Oh, those are flames though. That seems similar.
When water meets flame, the flame goes out.
Just like Pokemon. Super effective.
There's nowhere to run this time!
Clearly. But who's running?
Oh shit. It's like drawing power from the circle, the transmutation circle. But how?
Reaction. On this scale,
Impossible. Unless... You don't think he's...
a philosopher's stone.
What? Is Harry Potter up in this bitch?
But that would mean...
If they all meet in the middle, ah, damn it! It's Central Command. He's gonna freeze it over.
Oh, snap.
Major,
So would Central Command be like their office, like where the military, like where they work at, I assume? Sorry, I'm kind of dumb when it comes to all military things,
King
really not
Bradley,
too
For your
familiar.
cold-blooded crimes in Ishval, I condemn you to a frozen hell.
Not so fast!
Okay, let's go, Al.
Too slow!
Oh shit, no!
Alphonse!
Wait, what? There's no one in there?
There's no one in there. It's empty. I see. It all makes sense. You fools committed the ultimate taboo.
Taboo.
You attempted human transmutation, didn't you? Alchemy's one and only unforgivable sin.
Oh my god. They committed the ultimate taboo. Is that his leg just chopped off there?
He's my brother. Just give it back. He's my little brother. He's all I have left.
You've forgotten something. I have all the water I need. 70% of my body.
Blood bending. Yeah, you just broke that though.
Why can't you fools understand? I'm trying to save this country.
That's what every villain says. It's all for the greater good.
Bradley.
Bradley. So, who's that again?
Perfect.
Oh, was that the Führer? Was that the leader of the military? He's going in for the KO. Oh. That's tragic. It's like that jousting scene in GOT Season 1 with the Clegane brothers going at it. Gregor, Sandor. Wait, so the guy in jail
Major,
just
go now!
like
Leave
felt
it to
that
me!
that guy died,
This will not fail!
apparently? This-
I see. So Isaac's dead, is he? That's a shame. I had such high hopes for him, too. But the Philosopher's Stone? Sounds like he overused it.
Oh man, so he actually did have the
Try
stone?
to chew quietly. I'm on the phone.
Ew, dude, look at this
Yes,
guy
things are going well
chomping
here
on
in the
something.
We'll be ready. It all begins very soon.
Damn, the sky's all red. All right, gang. Well, that concludes episode 1. And just going to give my raw initial thoughts on it. I did enjoy the episode. I thought it was great. I thought that the magic was especially really interesting. And it's funny because, yeah, there were definitely a lot of parallels, I thought, to some other series that I've watched. You know, I was making jokes about Avatar a little bit, and that it seems like each different person kind of has their own specialty in alchemy, right? You know, we saw a freezing alchemist, we saw a fire alchemist, and we saw a crimson alchemist, but he was locked in jail. Don't really know what ability that would be per se. Then we saw that member of the police force with the iron fist, and I forgot what type of alchemist he called himself. So just really interested to see what other types of alchemy are out there, and perhaps more importantly, what exactly can Edward do as the Full Metal Alchemist, right? Because again, to make another Avatar comparison, apologies, we have Aang there who did master all the 4 elements, right? Is that going to be a similar plot in this show? Like, can Edward just do a bunch of different alchemy techniques that come more naturally to him compared to other people? And then another big question I have building off of that point is, how exactly does the alchemy work? We saw at the beginning of the episode, We had the Freeze Alchemist drawing that circle in the ground, which I believe was referred to as a transmutation circle. And I believe there was one line of dialogue where the Freeze guy said to the Elric brothers, "You're the Full Metal Alchemist. You don't need to use the transmutation circle to do alchemy, to generate that power," right? So still, hopefully that'll be explained later in regards to how exactly that works. I guess another plot that was brought up was the two brothers, of course, being Edward, and the guy in the suit is the younger brother, which is pretty funny. Everyone kind of was mistaking him for the Full Metal Alchemist the entire episode, though it is the blonde guy with the ponytail, that's Edward. Guy in the suit, Al, or Alfranz, I want to say his full name was. But I'll probably just call him Al. Whatever his brother calls him will probably be what sticks. And there was this line, again, when they were talking to the Freezing Alchemist, that they lost their bodies. In the younger brother's case, Al, he apparently lost his entire body and now is forced to wear that suit of armor. And we saw that that helm of the armor come fully off him, yet there was no body inside. It was just the suit, yet he could still apparently function and stuff like that. And then the Freeze guy said, like, "Oh, that means the soul was bounded to the suit, and that must have meant you guys committed this huge alchemy taboo." So I'm really curious about more information as to what they did. I did think they mentioned something about bringing people back from the dead or something about life. And with alchemy, you can't do that, apparently. So really interested to get some more information about that component as well and what exactly they did. I do know that Edward is not fully, his body's not fully gone, right? He's just had like the one metallic arm, but his younger brother got it a lot worse. So that'll be interesting to look out for in the future. I do wonder as well how accurate the Freeze Alchemist was, saying, "Do you know what the military is up to? I'm doing this for the greater good." And then Edward just responded, "I don't really care. I'm just trying to do my job, man." I wonder if that's kind of a plot that's going to be expanded upon. Like maybe the military is up to something bad and there's some type of corruption, stuff like that. We'll just have to see in the future. Or maybe they are truly good people. Then finally, I think the last major plot point was that Philosopher's Stone. That is the title of the first Harry Potter book in the UK. They renamed that here in the US to the Sorcerer's Stone to be more marketable to our less than intelligent audience, they thought. I think that's the story of how it went. So yeah, apparently the brothers thought that Freezing Alchemist was using some Philosopher's Stone to potentially power up himself. We didn't really get any details in regards to how that works, though, until the very end, when some mysterious lady and her munching companion confirmed that he was in fact using a Philosopher's Stone. So going to be interested to see how that comes into play. Are there multiple stones? I assume they're decently rare because they were excited about it and kind of freaking out and stuff like that. In terms of the animation, I thought it was gorgeous. I thought the episode flowed really well. And yeah, it was fantastic. I thought the music was surprisingly good as well. Like I made that comment earlier of a sort of chant that was going on, that epic scene when Edward was battling that Freezing Alchemist. Thought that was super cool and well done overall. The tone of the show just seemed pretty intense. And yeah, I'm really excited to see where this series goes and continue watching and reacting. That's it for today's video, guys. If there was any mechanical problems, I know the audio quality of the show isn't quite 100%. I apologize. I'll try and fix it. Regarding the video quality, I'm just using my iPhone here. Got a little bit of a budget setup. Hopefully it looks and sounds All right. If you do want to support the video by subscribing, leaving a like or a comment below, I would really appreciate it. And I will try and upload at least a couple videos per week. Haven't fully thought out of a schedule yet, but that will be coming in the future. If the series does take off, I will also need some moderators for the comments below, just to avoid spoilers if the channel does kind of get some views, but it very well may not. Thank you guys so much, and have a great day.